Hello, Hellene. Um, you are teaching a class. Actually, you're just finishing teaching it right now, but you're going to teach a short version on Process Work Online on unleashing your inner marketer.
Yes.
And we're very excited about that because it's so different. This is something I think that's been missing in process work.
I think there are some inbuilt challenges that are really part of process work's strengths, but then become a challenge for marketing. So the first one is that process work is a paradigm. It's an entire sort of system and way of approaching life and work and doing therapy and so on. So it's hard to boil down. It's hard to explain. And people often get stuck there. So one of my big tips for people, who maybe are feeling shy or struggling with what to do around marketing, the big tip is that you don't need to explain process work. And in fact, you should not try and explain process work because people don't want to buy process work. They want help with their troubles, with their difficulties. So really the first and most powerful thing you can do in terms of marketing is figuring out who you are for and what do they need.
So you said choose your audience, and there's actually an exercise to go through. And I really love that because you also talk about the power of being chosen and how that's a relationship skill. I was wondering if you could talk a bit more about that.
Sure, yeah, I'm so glad you liked it. And actually, I'm planning in the workshop for PWO to do that exercise, which is called Moments of Impact. So it's really a magic trick, actually, to realize that instead of waiting until people find you and worrying about whether they're going to reject you or not, you step into the position of choosing who you want to serve, right? You have that opportunity to choose, to select, and then to, with generosity and compassion and love, to find those people and offer them what you have for them. So it's like completely reversing the dynamic. Instead of thinking, oh, here I am with my stuff and will anyone choose me? Will they come to my workshop? Will they have a session with me? No. You want to choose the person that you are for and then show up for them in a really like specific connected way. And that's how you build the relationship with your clients.
One of the other things you do that I think is really helpful, and I love how you frame it, is the idea of being the hero and the guide. So your audience is really the hero. They're the hero of their story. And then we're here marketing our services or products or whatever to help guide them through their hero's journey or whatever issue they're going through.
Yeah,
That's part of the flip you did, which I think is really great. It's like it's kind of a role awareness too, of remembering where
it's
we
a
are.
role shift. Yeah. And that was, that's a wonderful effective marketing strategy that has been developed. And the point is to remember that marketing is not about you, it's about your client. So you are not the hero of this story. Your client is the hero of the story. And effective marketing positions us as the guide for our heroes. That was one of the most exciting parts when I got interested in marketing, and I realized that the way we think about group process can help you here, because you think in a group, well, we are in this big group process and roles are entangled with each other. The hero and the guide are two entangled roles. And that is in terms of, finding what it is in you that is entangled with a role outside. And that's where your marketing power comes from. So finding the the part of you that wants to make a difference in the world, and unfolding from there who that's for, because we know that roles are entangled. You don't have to worry about that. You just have to
Right.
follow your awareness and
Mhm.
unfold to find the specifics. Yeah.
So is that part of like noticing this? Is that part of what got you interested in marketing and going down this journey of starting Impact Incubator and teaching these courses? How did you get into it?
I got into it because of my role for the Process Work Institute.
Just for people who don't know, you were the executive director. You still are, but you have been for several years.
Yeah. And so in that role, of course, people were telling me, hey, you've got to get the word out there. And
Mhm.
I didn't have a marketing background at all. I started from zero. And people were saying, hey, take out an ad in the New York Times. And I was like, well, that costs, I don't know,
A lot of money.
a lot of money. And plus, who's going to read that? I thought, like, okay, so
Right.
we spend $10,000 on a radio ad, but who's going to hear that? Anyway, it didn't make sense to me. And we're a community organization. We don't have a lot of funds.
Mhm.
So I thought, okay, let me try and find out about marketing. And I was very lucky, and I signed up to Seth Godin, who's one of the leading sort of
Mhm.
in modern marketing. I signed up to his marketing seminar in 2020, just
Oh.
before the pandemic hit.
Mhm.
And it was a fantastic experience because it revealed to me that really marketing is relationship,
Mhm.
as we've been saying. And so it
Yeah.
justified it. And I started using my process work skills to understand it. And Catherine, I fell in love with marketing. It was just
I think
so,
it really comes across in your work. I love hearing you talk about it.
yeah, it was so unexpected. I was all like, oh God, marketing, oh my God, let me try and figure out what to do. But then I was like, this is about World Channel,
Mhm.
this is about social change. This is about making the impact that we're here to make. And
Mhm.
so it really inspires me. And yes, it is an area I'm developing in.
I think it's amazing. I really love um, how you talk about marketing as facilitation and facilitating a relationship. Because and that we use all of our skills as process workers or as coaches, facilitators, change makers, or social activists. Like these are all skills that we have. It to me makes it feel so approachable and so doable.
Yay. That makes me so happy. That is absolutely my goal. And I hope for people who come along to the class that they come away feeling that sense of confidence, and that they know the steps to take, and that they can really start to use these strategies. They're proven strategies. And when you pair marketing strategies with process work, you have really a powerful combination.